London, England is home to some of the most famous poetry theaters. Now, that's where poets, basically people that know how to rhyme and put words together well, come to compete against each other by reading classic poetry, like old verses. They compete against each other, and the crowd judges them. So one night in the winter in London, England, a theater fills up with a lot of contestants, and they all line up by the stage, and they're given the poetry, the poem to read. And from all the poems in the world, it just happened to be Tehillim, Perek Chav Gimel. You see, it wasn't a Jewish place, but from the poems they gave them were Psalms chapter 23. To all read this as a poem. And all the contestants get up until there was one young man. His name was Eddie. He gets up there on stage and he articulated the words so well, so eloquently, fluent. He expressed it so well, dramatic. He had the perfect facial expressions. And the crowd unanimously agreed that he's the winner. They thundered with an applause, and they came up to give him the trophy. And as the curtains were about to close, "Hey, excuse me, can I come up on stage?" An old man shouts from the back of the room, and he says, what does he want? Can I just come up there on stage? And everybody said, okay, what does this guy want to do? He comes up to Eddie, the guy that just won the trophy. He says, do you mind if I grab the mic and I sing that chapter in the original language? He said, go for it. The crowd is wondering what's going to happen. He grabs the mic and he starts saying the kapitel. Mizmor LeDavid, Gam Ki Elech Begei Talmoves. And the audience is frozen in shock. I mean, they never seen anything like this. I mean, this old man was saying it like he meant it. And he continues. And there was not a dry eye in the room. They're all crying. They never seen anything like this in their life. And the old man finishes the perek. And amongst the river of tears, they give him a standing ovation. The curtains close. The audience leaves. And the old man gives a slight smile to Eddie, the young man that is holding the trophy, and walks out into the cold winter night. And as he's walking, he hears steps behind him. And it's Eddie, the guy that's holding the trophy. He runs up to the old man and he says, excuse me, I think you did a phenomenal job. I want to give you the trophy. And the old man said, no, you won the trophy, you keep it. And Eddie said, no, come on, like you did such a great job. I feel like you did better than me. You should keep the trophy. And the old man said, keep it. I don't want it. And then Eddie said, but explain to me, why is it when I said that chapter, everybody applauded and cheered for me, but when you said it, they cried? He looked at him in the eyes. He rolled up his sleeve and he pointed to the numbers on his arms. He said, my friends, you learned poetry in college. I learned it in Auschwitz when I was hiding from the Germans. Worried about my life, I was reading that poetry that kept me going. It kept my life going. You see, for you, King David is a composer. For me, David HaMelech is my father. That's what kept me going during the hardest times. And he said, you got up there and you sang that song. I am that song. And he walks out into the cold night. And I want to tell you, Menachem David, a talented young man, you're 13 now. We're giving you over the books, the Torah. It's not something that we just look at, pass down. It's something that we lived with for thousands of years. It keeps us going in the hardest times. As a matter of fact, when the Yidden are going through the hardest times, we hold on tighter to the Torah. It's not something that you're just going to say it or sing it. You're going to live it. It's going to be with you. And it happens to be that the 600,000 Yidden that went out of Mitzrayim, 600,000 letters in the Torah, every single person is the world. You're now joining the team. Welcome. You're now part of the army. You have a mission that nobody could accomplish. And I'm sure with your amazing talents, your singing capabilities, artistic capabilities, and everything else that you're able to do, there's something unique, Menachem David, that you're going to bring to this world that nobody ever brought to this world, and nobody again will ever be able to bring. And if there's one thing that you start doing when you're 13, you know, what's the difference today or last month? Just 1 month different. You see, up until now, your parents are giving you everything. They're taking care of you. From when you're a baby, you cry in the middle of the night, your mother takes care of you. Even if she just went to sleep, you're taking your whole life. Now that you're 13, you got to flip your hand over. And now you got to start giving. That's what a man is. A man is someone that looks out for other people. And I'll end with this. I know somebody whose birthday was actually very recently. His father wanted to do something different for his birthday. His father figured, what am I going to get him? Another e-bike? Another scooter? It's going to last him for a few months. His father gave him $300 cash. He said, this money is for you to spend on other people. You cannot keep $1 to yourself, and you must spend it on others within 2 days, or I get the money back. The pleasure that boy got from spending that money, just going over to people, buying them a case of Snapple, I like you. It was phenomenal. And I wish you that from now on, you get the pleasure of giving to others. And let's remember, let's not just say the Torah, let's live the Torah, be a part of us. Mazel Tov, Menachem David.